This is a tutorial on CSS Flexbox. To be able to use the Flexbox, you will get familiarize ourselves with the main access and cross access concept. So as you can see here, the default Flexbox layout goes with main access goes horizontally, and cross access goes vertically. The main start and main end cross end will set the boundaries of these axes. So when we set the flex direction to column, these axes goes will turn clockwise 90 degrees. Main axis becomes the vertical line and cross axis goes horizontally. Now let's go back to flex direction row, which is the default value of the Flexbox, and go ahead with a live demo. Okay, so in this live demo, I am having an index HTML file here and style CSS linked together. First of all, I'll create a flex container item div, and it will have 6 flex items within it. Okay, so first of all, let's go with item 1, item 2, okay, item 3, item 4, okay, item 5, and finally item 6. Okay, now let's go ahead with its styling. First of all, I'm gonna remove the margin and padding of the page. All right, so now let's go ahead with our flex container. To see this flex container better, I'm gonna create a border of 1 pixel dotted black, a background like let's say grayish, and a white color for the font. All right, so I'm going ahead to turn the flex container into a a flex container with a display flex. So we can see that the flex item is a block element. To turn it into an inline element, we'll go ahead with the display inline flex. So let's default it back to display flex. We know that the flex direction default value is row. Now let's see how it goes with column. So the item stacks on top of each other vertically, and which means that its size takes up the whole column. We can also do a row reverse, so the order will go backwards, and it's aligned right and the right hand side of the container. And likewise, we also have a column reverse. Now to see each flex item better, I'm gonna go ahead and also create a background, like let's say dark orange, border of 1 pixel solid green. Yeah. Okay, let's default the flex direction back to the row value. Okay, so first of all, we have justified content to be able to align the flex item along the main axis. So its default value is flex start. To align to the right hand side, we go with flex end. Put it in the middle, we'll have justified content and center. Let's say we want to put spaces in between these items. We can go with these 3 values space around, so that space will be put before and after the first and last item, space between, and space evenly. So there are even spaces in between these items. Okay, let's just comment this one out. Okay, so now I'm gonna set a height to the box container. So I'm going ahead to align the items vertically, which means these aligned items will align the items along the cross axis. And because right now we are setting the flex direction to row, they are aligned vertically. Yeah, so space between, space evenly, and space around don't is not available with align items, but even if you set it to flex direction column. So because yeah, we mentioned before, if space column flex direction column, if you want to align items vertically, you gotta go with justify content, because now the main axis is the vertical axis. Okay, yeah, so once you change it to justify content, you can go with all the values that we talked about just now. Okay, so let's just comment that out and go back to flex direction row. Yeah, so now we can go ahead with the align item value attribute. I'm sorry. So its default value is stretch, which goes all the way from top to bottom. If you want to size just one item out of the bunch, you can go with the align self attribute, and all of the values are available here as well. Okay, so let's comment that out and go back to our flex container. So there is this shorthand attribute where we can go with flex spaces, flex grow, and flex string attributes values. So let's talk about flex spaces. So this flex spaces will set an initial size of a flex item. So I'm going to put that attribute here in the flex item area. So yeah, let's set them to 150 pixels. And in terms of sorry, you can also do the flex spaces for individual item as well. Okay, let's just comment that out and go back to flex item. For flex grow, it will grow, these items will grow when you resize the viewport. So let's set them to 1. These items will take up the available space, which is not used, which is between the flex items and the container. So let's set it to 1, and this fourth item 4 text grow to 3. You can see that when you resize the window, item 4 will grow 3 times faster than the other items. The same concept goes with flex shrink. So its default value is 0, where it won't grow. It won't shrink. So as you resize, reduce the viewport size, the content will overflow. Let's set it to 1. So when you resize the window, all of these items will be shrinking at the same pace. And if we go with flex shrink 3 for our item 4 here, when you reduce the browser size, it will be shrinking 3 times faster. So this is me going with the shorthand attribute of flex. Okay, yeah, so let's comment that out. And finally, we talk about order. So let's say if you want to arrange the order of one particular flex item, we'll go with the order attribute. So its default value is 0, whereby it won't change its order at all. It goes with our original HTML code order. But let's say we want to put item 4 to the back of this lineup, so we will change the order to 1. And you guess it, if you want it to be at the beginning of the lineup, yeah, just change it to 1. sorry, -1. So this pretty much sums up my tutorial for the CSS Flexbox. Thank you very much for watching.